Did you ever finish mowing your lawn and look back and see that it looked worse than when you started? Or inadvertently find that missing child's toy in that clump of grass? Either case, chances are your lawnmower blade needs to be resharpened. In this video, we'll share with you some tips on how you can sharpen your own lawnmower blades so that your lawn will be the envy of the neighborhood. We'll begin with the simplest and most economical, which is simply to use an axe file. This method requires that you mount the blade firmly in a bench vise. So if there are any burrs or chips out of that blade, particularly on the top side, we'll take the coarse side of the file first and just knock those off. Now once we've done that, we'll concentrate on the bevel side of the blade. If your blade isn't chipped too badly, we'll use the finer side of that file. Make sure that we get the angle exactly the same as the bevel. And then with using strokes from the cutting edge of the blade towards the back side of the blade, be sure to file only as much as you need until you have a nice sharp edge. So we showed you the most economical method for sharpening your blade, simply using a file. Now we'll show you a method using a specific grinding wheel for a drill. Now this style of mower blade sharpening disc is available in most hardware stores. It features a beveled edge and a guide disc that is mounted on it, and they will fit any 1/4-inch chuck drill or larger. And the wheel is also reversible. Once it starts to wear on one side, you simply remove it, flip it over, and you'll gain extra life from the opposite side. We'll use this guide on the back side of the blade and allow the beveled grinding wheel to follow along the contour of the bevel on the blade itself. So take note of the direction that the wheel is traveling in. We don't want to allow it to pull it away. We're going to pull it towards us. Again, we'll only remove as much material as we need to make the blade sharp. As you can see, that's a very simple way to get the proper bevel on your lawnmower blade every time. Now another method that we'll show you today is using an angle grinder. Now the angle grinder turns at a much faster speed, so it'll be important that you wear the proper eyewear to protect yourself. Now when using your angle grinder to sharpen the blade, you want to make sure that the direction of the grinding wheel is going from the sharp edge of the blade to the back edge. And make sure that we follow the same bevel angle as was originally on the blade. And with mulching style blades, you typically have 2 cutting edges, so it can be a little bit difficult to get that transition piece. If you need to, you can use a file for that particular spot, or just gently pivot your grinding wheel. Again, we'll make sure that we don't take off any more material than you need to, as long as we get a nice sharp edge, and then we'll go and do the opposite side. Now the last method that we'll show you is using a bench grinder. Whether it's mounted on your floor or on your bench, a stationary grinder is another option for sharpening your blades. It's important that you have a tool rest to sit the edge of the blade on. And again, we're going to grind from the sharpened point of our bevel to the back side of the blade. Now, as important as it is to get a nice sharp edge on your blade, it's also important that it be balanced properly. You can purchase one of these small plastic balance devices that simply set your blade on it. It has a round hole in the center. And as you can see, it wants to tilt down on one end, indicating that there needs to be more material removed from that side of the blade. If you have blades with this type of a center knockout in them, they won't fit very well on this particular type of tool. However, you can simply put a finish nail in a piece of wood, center your blade on that, and it'll either tilt one way or the other depending on which side would be the heaviest. So we're just going to go ahead, remove a little more material from this side of the blade, and then we'll try rebalancing it to make sure it's perfect. So now we have a perfectly balanced blade. We're ready to put the blade back on the mower and get cutting grass. Thank you so much for watching. We certainly hope you enjoyed this video, and some of the tips that we've shared will help you sharpen your lawnmower blades. If you have any suggestions or tips, be sure to share them in the comments section below. For more videos on appliance repair, maintenance, and cleaning tips, be sure to visit our website. And hey, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a thing.